Hey yo, what is up? My name is PooCluster and I just graduated college from the University of Washington in Seattle. So I just wanted to make this video as sort of a reflection piece slash diary for myself, as well as to let y'all know that I'm back.
You know who's back up in this mother.
Alright, I censored that because I'm not really sure how YouTube regulations work nowadays, so yeah. If you don't want to listen to me ramble and just want to know what my next plans are in terms of game development, skip to whatever this timestamp is. Alright, so college. College was it was a fun time. Good time, great time. I basically learned that I check enough diversity boxes to justify blaming Karens for everything in society. Okay, so that was a joke. That was a joke for the woke. That was a woke joke. If you didn't catch, you know what? Let me just try that again with a laugh track. All right, here we go. College has taught me that climate change is real. All right. So political wokeness aside, university was a great time, and I've had many experiences related to my major, computer science, as well as my minors, informatics and music. That's right, we out here with a double minor. I actually originally planned on double majoring in CS and Human-Centered Design and Engineering, otherwise known as HCDE. I thought learning design would be great for making my video games more intuitive. However, I quickly realized how competitive it was to get into HCDE, and I didn't really want to take away spots from people who were really passionate about the program, given they take like only 9 people in per admission cycle. If you're from a college like UCSD, you kind of understand the struggle of capacity constrained majors and having to apply with a small chance of getting into the major you want if you're not already directly admitted into the program. So I decided instead to double major in CS and informatics. Then I realized that informatics is also capacity constrained, and again I didn't want to take away spots from people who were gunning for the major. So I just settled on informatics instead as a minor.
Way!
I was part of a couple clubs during my time at uni. I was part of Game Development Club as well as Acapella. In Game Development Club, otherwise known as GDC, sounds pretty cool, right? I was low-key a flaky member who disappeared by the end. But I got to participate in multiple game jams that definitely helped my skills in learning how to ideate games and design video game infrastructure. That sounds pretty fancy, but basically I just learned how to make games more efficiently. I met a lot of talented individuals, from excellent programmers who knew the ins and outs of Unity and GameMaker, as well as artists who create the most insane digital art. I'm telling you, the people in that club, nuts. I was also part of two acapellas during my time at the UW. The first acapella, Unleashed, was non-audition, and I was a part of it my first year in college. I chose this acapella first because I didn't want too much of a commitment since I was trying to get into my major. capacity constrained. It was still fun. We traveled to acapella festivals, and I got the chance to meet other beatboxers. So it was nice knowing, that I wasn't the only one, Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. The second acapella after my freshman year was Fermata, and I eventually became the co-music director my senior year. This club was super fun because I got to arrange music and see it come to life with a bunch of talented musicians. I honestly eargasmed every time we would rehearse because, oh my goodness, it would just sound too good, like way too good. We would perform at gigs and other events around the campus, as well as compete in the International Championship of Collegiate Acapella, otherwise known as ICCA, which any acapella competitor will tell you it's basically like pitch perfect. So yeah, those are some good times. In general, clubs were a really great way of making friends, and I recommend that y'all try it. Are you a college student and feeling lonely? If you're looking for friends, try joining a club. Other than that, I also TA'd. TA stands for teaching assistant, but I'm verbifying it, I guess. So I also TA'd for a bit starting in my freshman year until my junior year. Again, I didn't TA my senior year because of COVID, and online schooling isn't really my jam. I realized that I really like educating people because knowledge is truly, truly outrageous. And it's rewarding to see your students grow out of their former shells and step into the light. It's also a great way of making friends because you get to complain to your fellow TAs about how your students never listen to the feedback you give them on previous assignments and they repeat the same mistake over and over again, and you have to repeatedly give them the same feedback, but they keep doing it over and over and over and over again. Psst. By the way, speaking about education, the game I am making educates people on concepts of music theory, composition, and performance. Quick plug. Education. Important. With all the friends I gathered, I obviously had to throw some parties. That's part of the college experience, right? Okay, disclaimer, I am not, nor was I ever in a frat, just in case there was some misunderstanding there. I'm a G through and through. Additional disclaimer, these parties were thrown pre-COVID and post-vaccination eras, so yeah. Alright, so this part I'm just going to briefly mention because I don't want to come off as too showy, arrogant, egotistical, flex life. I don't know what you call it, but I want to make this short. I interned at two places. One was a startup named Illumia. The second was Nintendo of America. Alright, cool beans. I visited Ireland for my cousins in Limerick when Limerick finally won after a billion years in their annual Gaelic football competition. So that was huge. Also, these places. Yeah. I also tried my luck with the R word, relationships. Whew. Alright, jokes aside, it was a great learning experience. I loved and I learned. Communication is key, like no joke, for real. Communication, talk, be on the same page. Alright. I also have been improving my cooking skills. When I first entered college, all I could make was a poorly scrambled egg with rice. But just look at me now. Oh, and my family also got a dog. His name's Zuko. I guess that's the one good thing that came out of COVID. So yeah, here's some pictures of this cutie and videos. And that's my university experience in a nutshell. So what's next? Well, my ultimate goal is to become an independent game developer. Way! But I realized that I need money. So I got a full-time job at Expedia.
Nice.
My plan is to use this job as funding for my main hustle of making independent games, and I'm working on one right now actually, if you didn't know. If you check out previous uploads on this channel, I've worked on a game called Sticky, but I've decided to cease development on it. No. I know that those of you who have watched my channel really liked it, but its infrastructure is honestly... And I honestly just made it to learn. It was my first attempt at a video game after all, and I never really expected much from it. I've gained a lot more experience with game dev throughout college, and now I'm working on a game that has more direction and that I am actually really passionate about. It's called Konanima. So technically, I started the project straight out of high school and I already have some uploads on it, but I've been working on it throughout college and I learned more and more from my classes, as well as game development club, and just self-learning in general. Now that I no longer have homework and a social life, I plan on using my upcoming more routined and less sporadic life to continuously work on the game with more consistent uploads. At the very least, I will upload more frequently than once every few years. I also decided to create a Twitter account so you guys can see small changes that I add here and there between uploads if you find yourself impatiently and aggravatingly waiting for the next YouTube upload. And I might even upload things other than just game development. So that's my plan post-college. That's pretty much the end of this video. If you made it to the end, you're a trooper and have a way better attention span than a lot of people out there nowadays, so I commend you for that. Thanks for watching. Cheers!